Morning. Just got back from Lancaster this morning, Monday, so I'm gonna get the combine out, blow all the wheat straw off of her. I done took all the shields off of her before I left, so I'm gonna get her completely blown off. I really don't feel like doing it today. There's no wind, but it's got to get done. And then I'm gonna park her over by the wash bay with the draper, and I hope it rains on it. It does a lot better if you let the combine get rained on and kind of like let it get soaked a little bit and then come up here early and wash it. It makes a big difference in that. So, but yeah, she's dirty. I've been putting it off. Of course, it's been 100 degrees. It's probably gonna be 90 today while I do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it, get it done. And unload the chemical off the spray trailer because I'm done for now with that. And yeah, but this job right here, if anybody knows about blowing the combine off, you know how sucky it is. It's like the worst job ever. I'd rather wash it than blow it off. And washing it sucks too. If you know anything about that, you know that washing is horrible. So let me go ahead and get this done and be miserable the rest of the day. All right, good morning. So I didn't video yesterday. Yesterday I got the draper washed. I got the combine washed. Of course, you can wash it 500,000 times and still find dirt. And I forgot to open up the bin and wash the front panels, and I hadn't washed inside the bin in forever. Camera system, the side of the bins, they were dirty, so I went ahead and re-washed the whole thing this morning. And I'm gonna put a coat of wax on it this year. We didn't wax it last year, but I guess we're gonna keep her a couple more years apparently. So I'm gonna wax it, paint the wheels, and get her switched over for corn. I wish we had a taller shop so we could open up the doors inside, but we don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and I got the fan on it, letting her air dry because where I just rinsed her back off, cleaned some more stuff up. So I got all the panels off of her. I'm gonna go ahead and grease it, switch it over for corn. I'm gonna change the hydraulic filters because I thought my brother in Bullwinkle did that when we serviced her. But as I see, she's still got the old hydraulic filters on her. I'm gonna change them, change the corn settings. I really love this thing. If you've never had one, get one. They sell them for case too. It magnetized to your header, pulls it tight. Your chaff or whatever, your seed at the head pops out, goes up, rolls right back down in the header. Love that. Keeps your throat perfectly clean instead of all that buildup underneath there. Love that thing. I wish they actually, I don't know why combines don't put a fan system like they got for the tail end all the way across the front and it just keeps it blown off. That would be sweet. But they don't. That thing right there is really nice. I think it's like $300 on Shoot. I think is where I got it from, Shoot or Sloan, one of them. But she's wet right now, so I gotta go get wax and stuff anyway, so I'm gonna get her, let her dry in the shop probably today, wax it in the morning. I gotta move my brother. He's got a half a pile of straw on one farm. Then we gotta move to another farm. He's been hauling straw every night up to Avondale. So move him when he gets up here. I'm gonna take the little sprayer and spray around the cornfield, stuff like that around the shop. We got to hook the 4440 up to the mower, hook that back up. We used her for moving straw out of the field with flatbeds. So just a bunch of tinkering, and then me and Miss Eastern Shore Farmer is gonna go to the Delaware State Fair tonight. It's in Harrington. It's about an hour from us. Maybe not that. We go every year. I think it ends Saturday. Today's Thursday. And so yeah, we're gonna head up there, check out the equipment, all that stuff. So yeah, I see Millennial Farmer just bought a brand new S7800. I tell you, it must be nice to be some farmers. I would like to upgrade this thing. Thinking about like a 780, but then it's like, why not just wait a couple years and let people trade their S7800s in or S7900s in and get one of them? Yeah, she needs to go to wax. I'm gonna get her waxed up. We do got some work we have to do to the draper. We got to put the other half of the cutter bar on. We got to put new fingers on it. I got some updated fingers. I'm going to see if it works. They go on the newer heads. Cheeto told me to get a couple of them, just see if they work. If not, we're going to put the ones on her. I hate the ones that are on her now. I'd like to get the updated version. I think they're going to put a flip over reel kit on her. And we got to rebuild the center part underneath the center belt of the draper and the adjuster. We got to do that. So yeah, we're going to do some work to her because I'd rather just trade her in and get an updated model, but we're going to spend a crap ton of money and still have an old head. So it is what it is. That's what's happening today. All right, good morning. So today I'm going to start waxing the combine. I did an inspection on it yesterday while I was changing it over for corn, and I found a bad bearing. Really bad. I don't know how nobody heard that when they were cutting when I was on vacation. So I went to Deere yesterday and got it. They actually had one in. I was very surprised at that. But I'll show you where it was located at. It runs the blower fan in the back. Right there. Now there's a nut that's on the inside of the frame. So I'm here by myself. But I went ahead and I did manage to get it on there and get it all replaced, put back together. So I had to take a ratchet with a socket, and it's all the way up underneath the motor, up in there. I had to crawl up in there. I put the socket on there. I put the thing in, screwed the nut on, put the socket on, and went out with the little impact and hit it. I actually got it all by myself. I couldn't believe it. So that's a horrible design with Deere. That's the bump of the motor right there, actually, is what you're looking at in that gap. Now this thing right here, this blower, this is what that pulley ran. That blower needs to be located right there, come across and keep this whole tail end blown off. Now they got it, it does an excellent job. It keeps all this blown off. They need to make it go all the way across though, because it'll blow this side and you still have a little bit of chaff on this side. But stuff gets underneath the motor and you got to get up in there and blow it out, and it's definitely a fire hazard. It's a pain in the ass. I don't understand why. I know on the new ones they did away with this the way it is, but everybody don't have a brand new combine. But this is a horrible design. If anything, they should have put a blower either in front of the motor blowing back, and then this one could have blew it the rest of the way, or moved this one up and had it blow back. I don't understand why Deere thinks that blowing this off is more important than blowing where the actual heat in the motor is. And we've actually had two little fires up in there, as you can see the char. Little fires years ago. We had, I think they were both cutting, one was wheat, one was cutting soybeans. I know that one of them was caused by, there's a door that goes over this chain section, and the chain was rubbing it a little bit, and I went down and looked at other Deeres down there, and I pulled it off with the Deere sitting on the lot, the used ones, and it's the same thing. The chain rubs it a little bit, so we actually took ours off. Ever since we took it off, haven't had an issue whatsoever. I think that it rubbed it, caused a little spark, and that's what created it. The first one, they think They were just real little too. I mean, we called them in time, put them out. I think they messed the wiring harness up there, and that was it. But you know, it could be bad. But the other one, they think static did it. So we got a cable dragging underneath the combine now, and that seemed to solve that problem. But ever since we took that off, haven't had any issues whatsoever. So I don't know if that's right or if that's wrong. But got that taken care of. So we just leave that off now. And this thing right here, it does have a big plastic guard that goes over top of this. It covers all this up, smooth plastic, and that really helps keep it blown off. But I washed it, so I took it all off. I took all the covers off and got that so I could get everything clean and blown off and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not going to get the whole thing waxed today. It's supposed to be 94 degrees today, but while it's cool in the morning, it's early. Probably going to get the back done and at least one side done today. I do have all the settings changed over other than the computer part for corn. The only thing I got to do is take the covers off of the rotor and take our wheat inserts out. We don't change the whole concave inserts anymore. We just put those filler, I don't know what you would actually call them, in there to help get to grind it up more, I guess, or get the wheat out of the chaff a lot better. So I'm going to take them two out, and once I take them two out, she's pretty much, other than the, you know, when we hook up to the corn head and try her, just changing the computer settings. Other than that, she's pretty much ready to go. It don't take long to change the newer Deeres over like this. I mean, it's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure the new ones, you just change everything over on the computer. But I looked up the prices on, I told you Millennial Farmer bought that new S7 800. So I went on Deere last night, looked it up. A new S7 800 is $890,000. That's just for the combine. $890,000. S7 900 is $939,000, I think what they said. And then the X9 was 1.049 million or something. I mean, come on. How stupid is it that an S7 800 is $900,000? I mean, does that make any sense? $900,000, and the S900 was like $930 or something. I don't know. It was somewhere around there. It was a lot of money. I think the S7 800 was like $8. It was close to $900,000 just for the combine. That didn't count your two heads. But this is ridiculous. I mean, you used to be able to buy a brand new S680 and S780 for $300,000, maybe $400,000. I don't even think these were $300,000. And you're going to tell me that they've jumped up that much? They have a really nice brand new 780 sitting over at East Newmarket. She's got all the LEDs, got the G5 screen. She's got everything in her brand new. I went and looked at her. Everything you want. They want $700,000 for that. $700,000 for a S780. That does not make no sense for a 780 combine. You know, I'd give $350 for a brand new one, but not $700,000, and definitely not $900,000 for the newer model S7 800. That's just, I don't know how people are doing it. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to have a newer combine, but not for $900,000. I mean, that is just crazy. I don't even know how Deere justifies it. But people are dumb and they keep buying them, so I guess they keep saying, oh, well, if we can get it, we can get it. And it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand how people can afford that. You know, you're talking about a $900,000 combine. That payments that you do it 5 years, that's almost $200,000 a year just for one payment on a combine. It's probably over that by the time you do interest. Crazy. And you know, when you trade them in, you're not getting much for your trade-in. Like I said, I'd like to update this thing, but you You know, not for 900,000. It would be nice to find a. They got a real nice that 780 in Pocomoke, but they still want $300,000 for that, and that's a 21, 22, something like that. Now it's the cleanest 780 I've seen used. I mean, whoever had it really took care of it, but $300,000 is still a lot of money for a used combine. You know, it's always nice when you start out new, warranty. You don't have anybody else's problems that they traded in, didn't tell nobody about. But man, $900,000 for a combine. So you figure the heads, you figure 40-foot draper is $150,000. A new 12-row corn head's probably $180,000. So you're looking at 1 million, 1.3 million, 1.4 million. Just think what the payments are in 5 years on 1.4 million. That's probably 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's probably $275,000 a year a payment on a combine. $275,000 a year. I don't think people are realizing how much money that is. Man, I don't know. I'd rather get some irrigation and a couple more farms is what I'd rather have. And then think about that. But irrigation and farmland is what I care about right now. All right, enough of my rant. I'm going to go ahead and get this bad boy started. I put it off long enough. That's a lot of work waxing one of these things. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's nice, but it's a lot of work. So, all right. Oh, I want to show you. I did put, we're rebuilding the draper. We're going to go ahead and rebuild this one. So I did order stuff from Sloan. Sloan was way cheaper than John Deere was for the same exact stuff. I even called Sloan. I said, is this quality or how come you're so much cheaper? And they said, well, it's got to meet the same standard as Deere products. So I'll show you. So I ordered all new guards. If you remember, we put the new sickle on this side. We got the other sickle we're going to put on the other side, but these guards are worn right here. They're rounded. So I ordered all new guards. I think Deere wanted $30-some per guard, and Sloan was $17. So just about half. I ordered all new hold downs. Like I said, they were half the price of Deere. Now we got the old style things that are a pain in the ass. They always come, if you look, they always come undone, and soybeans and stuff get caught in there and then they start wrapping, which is a pain in the ass. So I ordered these, the new style ones. You don't have the, see how you got the flaps in the middle now? You don't have that for wrapping. You just have the reel. So I ordered the long ones. We do have to adjust the reel up because these are a lot longer. So I got these, ordered 10 just to try them out. They worked out, went on there. I had to put a hole in the top. They already have the bottom hole. So I did have to drill a hole in the top for the bolt to go through, but that wasn't a big deal. But I really like these. These are the newer style ones. And we got to adjust the reel up. As you can see, these right here are all worn junk. I've had to take some off because of wrapping issues. But this right here should solve that problem. So I ordered all them. They were $12 a piece through Deere. And I ended up getting them, when I called Sloan, I said, what's the difference in your price? Because I think they were $5 through Sloan for the same exact thing. And then you had, the only thing about Deere is Deere came with a screw. Sloan, you had to pay like $1.50 for the screw. But it was still $4 or $5 cheaper. And they said these right here are identical made as Deere's are. So got them. It takes $450 to do this whole reel. So we got them ordered. So I'm going to rebuild that. And the only thing we got to get Deere to do now is the center section of this belt right here. The adjustment is worn. They're going to replace that. And then the floor around it is worn. The framing, they're going to replace that. So we went from having a very expensive rebuild to us doing 80% of the work ourselves and saving a crap ton of money. I mean, a crap ton of money. So that's the difference right there. If you see the difference in the prongs, like I said, we're gonna have to readjust the reel up, but that's not a big deal. And I really want to get rid of these things and just get the points. I don't know why these are on here, but we always hit the wall when we put it away and break these off. We've had them welded. Take these out, take this whole thing right here off because you don't need them, and just put the little yellow tips out here with maybe like the little yellow metal thing up so you can see. But yeah, Deere just wants too much for used drapers. We were going to upgrade to a 745. I did find some out west. That were priced pretty good, but the newer drapers like the HDs and the RDs won't hook up to our combine because our combine's too old, apparently. I think they'll hook up to 700s on up, but they won't hook up to a 600 model. There are some 700 headers you can get that do hook up. You just got to change the block around or something. But, you know, our Deere place down here, they want 140,000, 120,000 for a used draper. And us doing a lot of that work, I think I've spent $3,000 on all the parts versus I think it was going to be almost 10 grand for the parts through Deere. So save that money, us doing a little bit ourselves, and then we are going to take it up to Deere, to East Newmarket, and they're going to fix that bottom part because it's hit and it's worn out. That's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's not going to be $140,000 like they want. I mean, that's not even a used draper. They got some used, like I said, I mean, that's not even a new draper. They got used drapers here. I think they're 120 grand for a used draper that's like 3 years old. It's crazy. I mean, you just, who could do that? So, I mean, it's almost a new price. So if we can maybe have 15 in this by the time we're done, that's 15 grand. I was against rebuilding it, but if we can save money, it's just nuts and bolts. My time, probably get Bullwinkle to help me redoing it ourselves, other than the one major part. But if we can get it, a lot of it done ourselves, then that's a pretty big deal. So, and then we'll have pretty much a completely rebuilt draper for 15 grand instead of 120 grand for a draper. So I would like to go to 40 foot, but eventually 35 foot's good. But eventually, if we ever maybe upgrade our combine, then we can trade that off and figure all that out later. But as of right now, that's going to be the draper we keep, and once we rebuild it, it's going to be really nice. So maybe get the flip over reel system. They do have a kit they can put on the end so the reel flips over so you don't have wrapping. Just upgrade her, just do an upgrade on her. So, all right, I've talked long enough. I'm getting ready to get this beast waxed. If anybody wants to help me, I'm up here. See. So I got the wax on the back and on this side. Up to here, this is what's going to get done today. It's supposed to be 95 degrees. Got the big fan going. So this side's going to get done today. And then the auger and this side will get done tomorrow. And then I'll take the filler plates out, or the wheat plates inside, and that should do her. Greaser. I am going to change the hydraulic filters, but other than that, she'll be corn ready. We're at the Delaware State Fair, and it is a poor showing for Taylor & Messick and Atlantic Tractor, our John Deere dealers. There's Atlantic Tractor, if you see right through there. They got some gators, some lawnmowers, and one little baby tractor. No green cart, no combine, no 8R series tractors. Now, it's coming over here, Taylor message. Same way, lawnmowers. They want to sell lawnmowers. Chase has a J&M green cart and the one tractor right there. That's it. That's all the big dealers brought here was nothing. No combine, no tractor, no tillage implements, no planters, no nothing. Didn't bring nothing here. Either one of them. Even Hoover's didn't really bring anything here. They brought that one tractor, 380. This is very disgusting that as much as these local places charge, Atlantic Tractor, Taylor, Messick's, Hoover's, for the community, they can't give back and bring some equipment up here because it might cost a couple $100 to haul each piece up here. It's very disgusting that this is what our local dealers do to the community. We'll make a YouTube of the fair. You got anything to say to your fans? They haven't seen you in a while.
Stop.
There you go. That's from her. We looked at the sheep. We looked at the shitty farm equipment that they had. They didn't have nothing. Now we're over here at the pigs. And look, let me show you these pigs right here. The one pig has his face right in the other pig. Oh, I know. Look. He's got his face right in the other pig's balls, testicles, whatever you call it. He wants some food. He's like, give me some food. Oh, that one's drinking water.
Look, that one is like really...
Oh, look at the little one. Uh-huh. Look at the little one behind it. I know, and they don't give it no rope to like even just stand up.
Oh, do you want me to scratch your belly? Look,
Yeah.
Scratch your
Look how big
belly.
his feet is.
I know. But you see it's trying to roll.
Yeah, see it. See it right there. On that one. Well, that's the end of it. We should have got the beginning of it. Good morning, it is Saturday. Got that side of the combine waxed. And this morning, I put a wax on this side. It's kind of humid outside, so I'm gonna let it dry for quite a while. I got the big fan on. I got my tractor out. I'm gonna go pick something up that I've been wanting for a long time. So, and I think everybody kind of knows what it is, so we'll see. I've been wanting one. All right, so I'm up here at Deere. Just picked up a piece of equipment that I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy. But they do got an 1840 38 here. The booms are a little rough, but they could be painted. I've seen guys paint them. But I'd really like to, I mean, the wheels need to be painted. She's a little rough, but I'd like to trade our sprayer in on it and upgrade to this one. It's actually a nice sprayer. It just needs a little love and care to it. But it's nice though. It'd be perfect for us. You see the booms need to be painted. I've seen guys paint them. I paint the wheels, clean her all up. I went in the cab. The cab is immaculate. She's actually a good looking sprayer. She just needs a little bit of loving and caring on her. All the tires are really good except for that needs a new front tire right there. But she's actually in good shape. Like I said, I'd paint the booms on her. I know she was a lease that was traded in, but I really would love to upgrade our sprayer to this sprayer right here. This is affordable to do. 1,000 gallons, 100-foot booms, a really nice cab. She'd be perfect. I say that, and Deere want an outrageous price. The land tractor want an outrageous price for it, even though it needs a lot of work done to it. So, price is too high. Hell with it. All right, hit it out of here. Well, if you know what I've been waiting for a long time, and it's happened. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, let's go ahead and do a rundown on it. It is a used, couldn't afford a new one, but it is a Parker, which I think is a off-brand of Underfer. It's a 1039, so it's 1,000 bushel green cart. She doesn't look bad at all. I just did rinse her off a little bit. But I don't know if she's gonna be hooked up to my tractor or my brother's tractor. Probably my brother's tractor. She does have scales on her. Tarp's in real good condition. She's got scales, so I don't know which tractor we're gonna hook it up to. That way we can put the scale box in there and leave it. She's got cameras all the way around her, the back, the auger, stuff like that. So that makes it nice. If I can get through here or not. I've been wanting one for a while. This one right here was actually a really good price. I felt they had another one down there that was a 21, but they wanted they wanted a lot more than I was willing to pay for it. But this one right here, I think she'll be good enough for us. 1,000 bushels, that's fine for us. Truckload anyway. I done moved the auger out, done all that stuff, but she's in good shape. She's not all beat up or sides all bent up. There's a couple scratches on the auger where I guess they hit the hoppers, but it's just barely there, so I'm not really worried about that. But my dad thinks it was a dumb idea for us to get one. He'd rather just buy another hopper and still have the combine travel all the way to the hopper from a mile back in the field, but he'll get used to her. Once we get her rolling and he sees how efficient it is, it'll be pretty good. It's got the adjustable spout. I gotta grease it, do all that stuff, check it over. But I am very, very happy. I mean, she's in, for a used thing, I think she's in pretty decent shape. So, and she's perfect for what we need her for. And we had a neighbor, he called me. He had one that wasn't but a couple years old and he wanted to sell it to me, but it was only a 700 bushel one or something, and I wanted 1,000. I wanted to make sure that it was gonna be a full load when you go to the hopper. And it was a lot more than this one was, so I didn't really pay hardly anything for this one right here, so I'm pretty happy with it. Very excited. Everybody knows I've been wanting one for years and years and years and years, and so finally got one. Let's give my dad something to do. He's older, he wants to be part of the farm. He can sit in the air conditioner, ride beside me, and get her empty. So I got the other side waxed this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that wax off. It's like 95 degrees outside. And I'm gonna call it a day because that is all soaking wet right there. We went to the Harrington Fair last year. Last night. I was super disappointed with the lack of a landing tractor. Didn't have anything up there but lawnmowers. Taylor Messick didn't have nothing up there but lawnmowers. And I know they got brand new equipment sitting on their lot. They got a brand new X9 down Pocomoke. East Newmarket has a brand new 780. They got several tractors. Tons of tractors. They don't have to be new tractors. They could have took some used R340s. I don't know how many 8Rs they got, but they got them sitting around everywhere. But it's just a lack of caring about taking stuff up there for kids and the public to see, and farmers like to go up there and look. And it's just disgusting. But they'll charge you a fortune for shit when you want to buy something. But they, for them not to have anything at the fair was just disgusting for what they charge you for equipment. So that's all I got to say about that. All right, there she is, all waxed, pretty shiny for a old combine. I am going to paint the wheels, but not today because it's hot. I'm done. I got to wax this little piece right here. Other than that, she's done. Just got this side right here done. For an old 680, she still got it. Still got it. So, got this side done. I got to go home. They got me one of those, what's them flat top grills that everybody likes? I forget what the name of it. Anyway, they bought me a great big one. But they didn't get it put together. It's still in the box. So I'm going to go put it together. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to put it together. We're going to put it up on the pool deck. And I think she invited some friends over at the pool. So we're going to drink, cook up some steaks, chicken, peppers, everything on there. Big flat top. Blackstone. Does that sound right? Blackstone? I think that's what it is. Blackstone. Big one. I've always wanted one. So I'm going to go put that together, which I despise, but it's going to be nice once I get it done. I'm going to put that together, do some cooking, swimming in the pool, drinking some beer, maybe some apple crown. That's my favorite. Apple crown and cranberry juice with a lot of ice is the best drink that you can get. I love it. So we're going to do that today. It's Saturday. I've done enough work for today. I'm soaking wet. And everybody have a good weekend. That's the end of the video. I appreciate it. I'm very happy I got my green cart. Even though it's not a brand new one, this was like a little teeny price compared to what a brand new one is. Still 1,000 bushel. Still looks good. I'm sure I'll find little flaws with it here and there, but it is what it is. But we got a green cart, and I can't wait to have this thing rolling beside it in corn, unloading, keep the combine going, and not driving the combine a half a mile, 3/4 mile up to the truck every time it's loaded. So there's going to be plenty of videos. I'm very excited. And yeah, so there you go. See you later.